Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Seminar. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, seeing videos of Latinos saying that they were deceived, that they didn't know it was going to be like this, shows how ignorant you people are. Because don't tell me that, an old woman like you was deceived by who? That they lied to you people. Now, let me ask you people something. Black people called you people and told you people that you guys were going to get it right this time around. Because if you do not, it's going to be very bad, right? You all do not listen to Black people because you all felt like Black people are the cause of your problem. This is something that I have learned to understand from our minority groups, like they call themselves, like people of color. How do you tell me that you've been living with Black people for how many years and you do not know anything about Black people? That tells how crazy you all are, right? And eventually, you all started calling for help and started blaming Black people. How do you blame Black people for what you did? You voted for this man. You said he is your choice. How come Black people are the ones suffer, are the ones that you all are calling? The white people that you all align with to vote for this person, I do not see anybody calling them, but only Black people. This is phase one, phase two, phase three, and all that will come. Fafu, the greatest season of all time. Let's get into this video.
Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. We love you. We love you. On the way to the White House. Beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that it was not going to touch the documented people.
The enthusiasm that she came out with voting for a guy who promised to deport her people, her hardworking people, her peaceful people, people who didn't want to do anything but work and thrive in this country. They asked for nothing else. She supported the lies and the untruths and the demonization of her people, not understanding that demonization of her people stains her as well. They look at her the same exact way. A token, somebody that can speak on their behalf and say the things that they thought they couldn't say. And she went in there, losing her voice, yelling her support for a man who separated children from their parents and put those children in a jail with very little resources for those kids. A few of those kids in that jail were unalived for various reasons. Few of those kids in that jail were SA'd by the people in the jail. Some of those kids were put on a bus and sent to goodness knows where. I was never able to track whether those children who were separated at the border during his first term, whether all of them were reunited with their parents. And the media just blacked out on it. They stopped covering it. Those children were trafficked by that man. And the parents of those children, some of them still breastfeeding, the parents of those children were separated and jailed. We do not know what became of those families. And you act like you don't remember that. Those families didn't do anything but come to the border. And those families came to checkpoints. What you guys say you want them to do. Come to a checkpoint. They were at a checkpoint. And those inhumane acts were done toward them in 2017. I remember holding my newborn son, shaking at the thought of someone taking him from me and putting him in those conditions. It is amazing to me the amount of people who are born without empathy or who have stamped their empathy down. You cannot put yourself in other people's shoes and imagine those things happening to your family. Even if you don't like the situation at the border, you should at least be human enough to put yourselves in their position. You weren't. So where's the betrayal? He didn't betray you. You refused to see the truth. They told you what they were going to do. You didn't see it. It wasn't about illegal anything. It was the fact that their skin was brown and they were coming in the country. At far less numbers than the Europeans come in this country. Far less numbers than the Canadians had come in this country before he put that to a stop. People voting against their own people and against their own interests is diabolical to me. And maybe that's just because I'm part of the 92% who understood the assignment. The 92% understood that when you're talking about just the illegal people, that's not where that ends. We've seen our innocent sons hurt and unalived by people who just say that they want to see illegal people. Emmett Till just had a birthday. We've seen our husbands unalived by people who say that they just should have complied. This ain't new, which is why we understood the assignment. And y'all voted to have this man determine what he thinks is legal or not. When you had the bimbo on the mic say that if they even approach our borders, it's illegal. They're redefining what illegal and legal is. To the point where now a speeding ticket will get you tackled outside of a courtroom. You weren't betrayed. You were blind. It was a self-inflicted wound. You voted to hurt your own people. You advocated publicly to hurt your own people. And now it's coming back on you. So now you feel betrayed. What about the people who you voted against, who are sitting there in El Salvador right now for absolutely no reason at all, over a clerical error that they refuse to fix, separated from his family, his special needs kid who needs him? Do you think they feel betrayed by you? You didn't get betrayed. You did the betraying. And now the finding out is meeting the F around.
Racism from Hispanic and Latinos towards the Black community absolutely needs to be studied. I want to make this painfully clear. It is not all Hispanics. I recently saw this video from a Black man stating, I want to see 100 Hispanics not saying the N-word. Because as we all know, there is a major problem with Hispanics in general saying the N-word when they're not supposed to be saying the N-word. Instead of just acknowledging the fact that yes, Hispanics needs to stop saying the N-word, they doubled down on their racism and proved our point why they should not be saying the N-word at all. Making racist and stereotypical comments like, I want to see 100 Black people visit fried chicken. I want to see 100 Black fathers being there for their children. I want to see 100 Black people respecting the law, not eating Popeyes and finding their dads. You know what's incredibly ironic? Hispanic people love to talk about how close related we are and how much our struggles are so compared with one another. We have been through similar struggles and we have picked from the same branch and bushes. We have been oppressed, enslaved by white Americans and Europeans, and we should understand each other. And yet many of them will turn around and objectify us. They will signify us as a monolith and stereotype us. These same stereotypes that white people created to degrade and dehumanize Black people, Hispanics are now using those same stereotypes to do the same thing to us. It doesn't make any sense. Black people will say, stop saying the N-word. And Hispanics will clap back and say, I want to see Black people go to school and graduate. I want to see Black people with a job application. Which is insane because study shows that Black people, especially Black women, are quite literally the highest demographic when it comes to graduating from high-end universities and Ivy Leagues. Many Black men, especially so many Black women, achieving high-end career jobs. Doctor, lawyer, financer, business owner, restaurant owner, nursing, astrologist, neurologist, astronomist, etc. Fucking chemists and biologists. So many of us are entering these roles. Hispanics love to say to us that they are not the same, that they are all different. And I'm like, bitch, so are we. We are not the same either. Black people are not a fucking monolith. I don't know why we have to keep repeating ourselves when we say this shit. For fuck's sake, you know what? I know that Hispanics and Black people are nowhere near the same. You know why? Because y'all voted against each other! Like, how in the fuck? Even though that Black people are not a monolith, despite our differences from all over the country and the world, we can still look at each other and still come together and be like, yeah, we are against this. Y'all can't do that. But you know what you can do when it comes to uniting as one? Being racist towards Black people. Y'all can definitely do that shit. All of that PLC solidarity, all of that Hispanics and Black people together, out the window. Okay, so let's try this again and maybe a little more nice since people want to act defensive. Non-white people who come to the United States understand very well what is happening in the United States. They understand the high levels of racism and that Black people and other people of color are being targeted in the United States. I recently saw this video from this East Asian woman that was talking about how she wanted to come to the United States to study and travel abroad. She understood because the orange man won the presidential election, racism from white people is at an all-time high. This is where the ignorance, the delusion, and the self-proclaimed superiority comes into play. She did some research on this, and according to what it showed her, Asian people with tan or darker skin are the main target, whatever the hell that means. So she thought it was a good idea to come to the United States. She is far from the only person who thinks this way. Thousands of non-white people from different countries will come here thinking as long as their skin tone are brighter, they will have no issue. Only for them to come to the United States and have the unanimous conclusion that they are too a target as well. That they are too not safe. There are a lot of East Asians, Arabs, Latinos, and Hispanics with bright skin tones who have this particular mindset. Unfortunately, a lot of American minorities have this same mindset as well. They believe because they have brighter skin, they will be be safer. I would see this all the time amongst East Asian and Hispanic and Latino people. Not just online, but in person. They have this facade that as long as they stay out of the way, as long as they duck their head and kiss the shoe of the white man, nothing will happen to them. Only for them to suddenly realize that, oh my God, they're after us too. Like, holy shit, black people said that. You are not doing yourself any favors by being silent and ducking your head. You are not doing yourself any favors by ignoring us, turning and being racist towards us. And you're not doing yourself any favors by only dating and marrying white people and only having white friends. You are not white, you will never be white, and this country will never allow you to be white. It's not even in this country. You will never be white anywhere. For the last time, it is not all of you. I am speaking in general terms. That's all I gotta say in the matter.
This is all I got from this video. And the truth is that Hispanic, I don't know I don't know what they were thinking when they did what they did, but the truth is that they are on it already. What they did is already paying back, because tell me how you voted against your own community. Against your own, I'm not going to say against everybody, because they actually voted against everybody, but how did you also vote against your own community, your own people? And you think your life will be great, and then you all are screaming, who deceived you? Are you a baby? Even a baby will know what is good from what is bad. But then it is what it is, because you all do not care about yourself. Because if you care about yourself, you definitely will know that this man got nothing good for you. The fact that to this very moment, you all are still screaming about what happened tells me a whole lot how ignorant you all are. Because if you are politically smart, you definitely will know that this man wasn't for you. And the fact that you all have been living with black people for how many years? Majority of you live in black neighborhood. And to this very moment, you all still do not know black people. That tells a whole lot about you. Because black people came all out to tell you people, we have to get this particular one right, because if we do not get it right, it's going to be very bad for us, for everybody. And what is going on? Is it great now? Because you all said it's Make America Great. You will vote Donald Trump. How far is it? How far have you been voting? And where has he taken you people to? Deportation, and we're making life very hard for you. This is to tell you that next time, if there will be, but next time, you all have to rinse your eyes with water. If only you all will listen, because if you people did not learn from what happened in Florida some years back, that you all started calling black people also out to help you, why you people voted for run the Senate. Sincerely speaking, some of you will never learn, and that is something that I have learned to understand, and I am going to know something like this and know peace. You people will not learn, because if you people did not learn from what happened, you will still make this mistake again. And now, you all are busy causing havoc, making problems. Black people are not helping you. Why you people were the ones that voted for you by yourself, for yourself. How do you expect black people to come and assist you? No, you cannot work at Walmart and go to Target to go and get your salary. You have to choose the master you are going to serve. I am going to draw the cord in here, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.